So good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking your time for this webinar. This webinar is going to be a product integration webinar. We're going to be talking about Vezco and Visiones and the integration between the two brands under the same platform. So as you can see right now, we are working with a Visiones software. Vezco also has its own software. Both softwares are capable of managing other brands. So the Visiones software can manage the Vezco brand, and the Vezco software can manage the Visiones brand. So the first question normally lies on which software to use. So that is up to the client. Whichever software you want to use, it's okay. They are basically the same platform, customized to two separate brands. So per se, you already have the Visiones software installed. You no longer have to install the Vezco because the Visiones is already enough, and vice versa. If you already have the Vezco software, you do not need to install the Visiones software. So I will be showing you on both softwares how it works. Right now, as you can see, I have the Visiones software, and I have a series of online devices here on the bottom, ranging from cameras to DVRs to intercom systems and an access control panel. And the purpose of the webinar today is to show how easy it is to manage all three parts of your access control, all three parts of your security, which is your access control, your CCTV, and your intercom under this same platform. So our system is very simple. So let me go ahead and let me open the software to show you how it works. So we'll have two softwares. We have Vezco client, and then we have the VSX client version. When you download it from our website, which both websites are here, it's easy. All you have to do is hover over support, and then we click on here, VSX desktop software. If we're working with Vezco, we will do the same thing. We will go here and support, and we'll go to desktop software download. And here is where you can acquire both of the softwares. They're free. And we have some print screens. All right, so let's go ahead and let's open one of the softwares. I'm going to start with the Visiones one. It's a very easy and user-friendly interface. It will allow you to manage your CCTV by adding individual cameras or a whole system as a DVR or NVR, as well as it will allow you to control and have reports of all of your access control. So it will give you individual reports per door, per reader, per card. It also allows you to do time and attendance for your access control. And it allows you to add users onto your intercom system, as well as remotely open doors. So right now the software is opening, as we can see here. Let it start to load. So the software, when you first install the software, it will come only with these two tabs. Under device management is where you're going to see all of your online devices and your devices that have been added and are ready for management. The software comes with an IP scanner, and this is exactly what is happening on the bottom here on your online devices. So every time you refresh, it's going to do an IP scan of your network on the same subnet that you're in. Is going to tell you all of the Vezco or Visiones equipment that you have connected to your network. So as we can see here, we have a Visiones two-door access control panel. The software automatically detects it. All I have to do is make sure that it's on the same IP range of my computer, which this is easy to do. All you have to do is just open command prompt, and we'll go do an IP config, and it's going to tell me here if I'm in the correct segmentation, and it tells me that I am. So all I have to do is just go ahead and click Add to Client. I'm going to give a name, so I'm going to give it webinar panel. I got to put in the credentials for it. This credentials, you're going to make it yourself. All products, they come as an inactive you're going to have to activate them and assign them a password. Once you assign them the password, that's going to be their password for everything else, their configuration password. So as we can see here, we have our panel connected. It says weak for security because I have a very simple password, which is admin123, so it's telling me it's a weak password. But it does tell me that I have network connection. So now, this is the first part, it's the access control part. So I would come here, and I would click on my tab for access control. I would also click on a status monitor. So for access control, I'll be working with these two main tabs. So here is where I can program all of my personnel. I can add them to the individual permissions. And here on status monitor is where I would be able to see both of my doors. I can do remote opened, remote close. I can do a remain open. That means that the door is going to remain open for as long as it wants. Or I can do a remain closed, which is equal to a emergency shutdown. This is as if the person has the correct PIN or the correct card, they will still not be granted entrance. This is an emergency shutdown used a lot in schools, hospitals, churches, so on and so forth. Here on my card swiping record is going to give me the records of all the cards I have swiped. In my access control alarms, it's going to give me the alarms that I will trigger. So for right now, let's go ahead and let's add a person for us to see all this working. So let's add as test webinar. That's the name of the person. We're also going to add a card. We're going to select the reader to read the card for us. So let's go ahead and let's swipe that card. I swipe the card. I see the card here. I click OK. And this person has been created and given a card. The second step now is to go ahead and provide it with a permission. So I have to create a permission. If I want, I can do different templates. This template is going to tell me the hours that it works on, so on and so forth. For test purposes, I'm going to leave it on a 24-hour period. And I'm going to name this as a test. Webinar. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to include the person that we just created, and I'm going to give it permissions to all doors. And we apply it. Make sure we click apply now, because this is what's going to make all the changes go onto the panel itself. After it's done, we can click close. If we go back here onto status monitor and card swiping record, it's going to tell me here that this card was passed on. It's a legal card because it has been previously added, but I deleted the person, so it doesn't tell me the person name. However, we just re-added a new person, so let's go ahead and swipe it and see what it gives me. Now, it gives me the name of the person, the time that the person entered, so on and so forth. So these are basic reports for access control. Now, once we have added an access control panel to our software and we're managing that already, when it comes to CCTV, any other company, any other brand, you would have to have a different software for this. Well, not with Vezco and Visiones. We can simply choose a DVR, set it add to client, and let's name it as Webinar DVR. All I have to do is just fill in with my credentials. I made sure already that it was on the same IP segment, and it was added onto my software. However, I won't see my cameras in either of these tabs because these are access control tabs. I will have to go back onto my control panel and click on main view. All I have to do is just select my DVR, drag and drop. I will be able to see all the cameras here, and here I am. As you can see, this is our showroom. We're able to manage all the cameras here. Going back into device management. So here we have seen that we added a access control system. We added a person. We set it a permission. We also added a DVR, and we're able to have real-time monitoring of that DVR. I'm able to open the images. Cameras such as these on the software, I'm able to do a fisheye expansion, which basically allows me to break this image into multiple images, depending on how my camera is installed. So the software is smart enough to detect that the camera is installed on a wall type. So it is perpendicular to the floor. And it gives me these layouts. So if I were to break it onto this, I will have the image of 9 different cameras. And I can manage them independently. I can zoom in, zoom out, and have one camera basically providing all images or covering a whole area with only one camera that can be broken into 9 different views. So I can have one focused on the TV. I can have one focused on me. I can have one focused on the intercom systems. I can have one focused on the door. Have one focused on the table, and so on and so forth. I can also do remote playbacks. With the remote playback, I'll be able to play back whatever is stored. On the DVR I have added, I apologize, but I do not have a hard drive on it, so nothing is being recorded. But it's as simple as choosing a camera and choosing the date and time that I want to play back that recording. I don't have any recording because I do not have a hard drive on this. All right, so we've seen access control. We added a person. We've seen CCTV. We've managed the cameras as well as seen playback. Now, we're going to talk about our intercom system. The intercom system in the software is basically only used for configuration purposes. The software only allows you to remotely open a door on an intercom system. It will not allow you to answer a call or call an indoor station, but this is the same process. We will select an outdoor station, for example, such as this guy, and we're going to put in our intercom outdoor. We're going to go ahead and fill in with the credentials and add it onto the software. And then we're also going to go ahead and do the same with an indoor station that we have. And indoor. Go ahead and fill in with the credentials as well. And now we have our intercom system also here. This intercom system is ready to be managed. The software, all equipment installed and ready to manage on this software. If you need to do any system configuration, for example, on a DVR or something, you do not need to go to the DVR in itself. All you have to do is select the equipment you want and click on Remote Configuration. Here, it will open up a screen where it's going to allow you to perform all the different configuration aspects, from system maintenances to networks, so everything that you can do on the DVR, you will be able to do it here. Same thing happens with a control panel for access control. I'll be able to do all the functions here. I can do firmware upgrades and everything. And with the intercom stations, this is where I assign them one to each other, where I give them a room number, where I tell the outdoor station which room it's dialed, and so on and so forth. But also, the outdoor station can also be added as an IP camera to a DVR or an NVR for recording, and also be managed under the CCTV aspect of our system. So if we were to come here, we can go ahead and see our outdoor station, which is right behind me, and I can grant it permission by just clicking it unlock, and we're going to be able to hear it say, and it tells me that the door is open, and it shows me an unlock on the bottom. If I want to see everything that is happening on my system, I will click on alarm event. And here is going to show me exactly everything that it was happening. I had a video intercom event. It's going to show me a live view of whatever is happening. It's going to tell me if a door was opened by an exit button, if anything happened. So for example, if I were to press an exit button, I'm going to do that now. We can see that exit button was released, door was unlocked, door is locked again. If I were to swipe a card, it's going to tell me that the card authentication passed, the door unlocked, and it locks itself back again. And then this is a basic general overview of what our software can do for access control, CCTV, and intercom integration. Do we have any questions here?
No, Bruno, no question.
All right, so I want to thank you for your time. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to email us or contact us. We'll be sure to get back to you. So thank you once more. And I'm going to give you guys a few more minutes to see if any questions pop up. If no questions pop up, we'll be done for today.
Okay, thank you, Bruno.
All right, so thank you very much, and I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.